Hello guys and welcome back to Stylish Naija YouTube channel. So in today's tutorial I'm going to be showing you guys how to cut a baggy trouser with elastic waist. So this is a very simple project. So you can see at the end of the day this was what I came up with. This is a beginner friendly tutorial. It's a very simple tutorial. As a beginner you should try this. So you can see the elastic waist, so that's what I'm going to show you guys how to do. We're going to draft it and then I'll transfer it to fabric. So this is the fabric I'm going to be making use of. Is a less than 2 yards of fabric because it's for a small size. So the first thing you're going to do, you're going to mark a straight line on the top of your pattern paper. Okay, so this straight line, like I said, I'm using an elastic waist, so this straight line is going to serve as my start line. So from this line, the next line I'm going to be marking, I'm going to mark my hip line. So for the hip line I'm marking 10 inches, and then I'm going to mark my crotch line. So for the crotch line I'm going to be using about 14 inches for my crotch depth. So you can see how I place it. And then I'm going to mark my knee. So the knee is going to be 19 or 20. So it's a baggy waistline. If you notice that I did not leave 2 inches above my what do you call it, my tape. Yes, so that's extra inches is going to, I'm just going to add a waistband to it. So the first thing I did, I came to that waistline, I came in by 2 inches, sorry, 1 inch, and just marked it, just connected it to that point. And then from that point I connected it to the hip and then to the crotch line. Okay, so if you find this video helpful, please hit on the like button. And then I came to the knee line, I came in by half inch. So it's a straight trouser, it's a simple trouser, so I just want to make it as simple as possible. So that's why I don't want it to have any complicated explanation. So it just came in from that knee area and just mark it, just mark a straight line down. And then from the waistline, so the first thing, you can do this in two ways. How to get your measurement: you can decide to measure your waist measurement and then add like 4 inches or 6 inches, depends on how wide. So since we're not doing it like a slash and spread. Or you can decide to mark your hip measurement and then add like an extra of like 4 inches. So these are the two ways which you can use to get the width of your trouser. Okay, so you can do that. Or another option, you can mark your waist measure, your knee, and then your thigh. So for this I'm going to go with the hip measurement, which is 10, and then I added extra 4 inches. So you can see, so at the end of the day I have about 14 inches there. And then for my crotch measurement, so I measured what I have there, which is like 14, and then I placed it. And then I'm going to use 2 inches to extend my crotch, so that's going to be like my crotch extension. Okay, I added just an extra of 2 inches, you can see. And then from that point I just marked it. And then after marking it up, I just marked it to the waist. So the waist, you notice I did not put any measurement there. So that was what I was saying, you can either use your waist measurement or your hip measurement, for since it is a baggy trouser, it's not a fitted trouser. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do, from that point I'm going to mark it. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to use the width of my what I have there. So at the end of the day I had about 16 inches, the 14 inches plus the 2 inches crotch extension, and then placed it on that line, which is the crotch line, and then place it at the down part of my pants. So that's how simple this is. And then I'm just going to mark it down. So if you are a beginner and you have been having issues with trouser, with pants, is tight or wanting, just follow this tutorial, use this example, come back and drop a comment and let me know if it worked out for you. It is a simple process, like I said. So that's all we need for our front. So the next thing, I'm going to cut this out and then we're going to use this to cut the back. So please like this video at this point. If you are still watching, like it, share it with your friends. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do, you will notice my paper, my pattern paper, I have one under. So I'm going to make it like 1 inch. That is, I'm adding extra 1 inch on that top part. So that 1 inch that I added, I'm going to float it to the edge of the waist. So just mark it, so it's going to look like a triangle. Just mark it, connect it to that point. Okay, so I want you to pay close attention at what I am going to be doing at that ending part. So for that top I came in by 1 inch. Please note 1 inch. So this is some of the problem some people used to have. They will mark it, it will now become too big. And then on that crotch extension I came in by 2 inches, okay. And then on that hip line I came in by 1.5 inch. So those three lines, I'll connect them together. The top is 1 inch, middle 1.5, and then the down part is 2 inches. So you just see what I did. So and then I'll just create a curve around it. So most times if you do everything 2 inches, at the end of the day the back will be too big, and then it will be pulling the front, and then the side of your hem, the side of your trouser will become bent. So that's one of the secrets. So the next thing, I'm just going to take this and then I'll mark it down straight like this, okay. So you can see that's how simple it is. On the side, the only on the waist side I am, so I'm just trimming that part first. On the waist side I'm just going to come out by 1/2 inch. Just note, or just coming by 1/2 inch, and then that 1/2 inch I'm just going to blend that into the trouser, into my palazzo, and just make my palazzo down straight. So this palazzo, we are not using slash and spread. Like I said, this is how to make a palazzo without the slash and spread. Just using, excuse me, just using your basic measurement and just expanding your measurement by yourself. So this is it. So the next thing, that's all for our back and our front. Simple and easy. So this is the fabric. I'm going to transfer everything into my fabric right now. So after transferring, this is how it looks. So you can see, so that's the back there, the front is inside. So the next thing, we are going to start stitching. That's how simple and easy this is. So you can see, so that's the front, and then the back you just add an extension, okay. If I was not teaching, I would not even cut another. So that's the down part. I told you initially, my trouser, this is my, the pattern paper was short, so I just extended it, added like about 8 inches to the down to make the full length. So that's all. So the next thing, we're going to start stitching, okay. So for us to start stitching, so this was some fabric. I wanted to use it to make the pocket, but the fabric was so small. I told you that my fabric is less than two yards of fabric. So at this point I was just trying to check if I could get enough fabric for me to make the pocket. So at the end of the day, I actually wanted to abandon that pocket stuff. So once you want to do, this is the front now, we're stitching the crotch. So I'll just leave the pocket, let's work, continue. So I'll just stitch the crotch, just join it on that crotch part. That's for the front. And then after joining, you're going to have something like this, and then join the back crotch also. So after joining back and front, you guys join front crotch and then join back crotch together. The two pieces, join them together. So you will notice that the back is bigger, it's always bigger, you remember, because of those small extra 2 inches, 1.5, and 1 inch other ones. So what you are going to do, you are going to take the side of your trouser. Like I said, it's not going to be the same, but you're going to take the side of your trouser, you pull them together, and you're going to stitch them, okay. Yes, you're going to stitch these two side of your trouser. So please, if you are still watching, please like this video. If you have not subscribed to my channel already, please subscribe and like the video. So at the end of the day, I added the pocket, but I had to join the fabric, so that was why I did not show it in this video. So that's it. So I had to join to the fabric. So actually I found that there was no point on it to show it, so I just left it. So after joining this side, you are going to have something looking like this. You can see that the back is bigger than the front, note, but you are going to pull them together. Do you understand? So pull them together, and then you are going to stitch it. Just stitch it. So as a beginner, if you have been finding problem with trouser, please try this pattern and come back and tell me how it came out. It's going to come out fabulously well, beautiful and perfect. So like I said, those back, that back, when you add those over extra allowance, that's where the front will now become too small, and then the back will be too big, so it will pull the side of your trouser, and then at the end of the day your trouser side seam will be bending. So for this, you can see I've not even ironed this trouser already, but you see everything is laying flat and it is looking good and it is looking okay. The side seams are not bending, they are okay. At this point, like I said, I've not ironed it. So the next thing, I'm going to cut a band. So I have about 4 inch of band here. That's 4 inch of fabric. So note what I'm going to do. You can see my band, I folded that into two, just folded it into two, and then make sure it is longer than the waist. We're not going to be cracking our head on any style of making a waistband here. It's a simple process. I'm making it the simplest way. So the next thing we're going to do, so I just wanted to double check the measurement. So like I said, it was 4 inches. And then, so like I said, when I was measuring, notice I did not put any extra. That is, I did not raise my tape up. That's because I'm making a baggy trouser. So even the crotch, even if the crotch is long, even if you add that extra 2 inches, it's not going to affect anything. So now this trouser, this band, I'm going to stitch it and then leave a space at that middle, that point where my hand is. I'll leave a space there. So I'll just stitch it and then leave a space at the middle. So that was why when I was measuring the trouser in the beginning, you notice I did not, like, I am leaving 2 inches on top for band or this or that. So I did not do that. I just left it. I just measured it that way and continued. So after stitching that part, the next thing I'm going to do, I'll just like butterfly that part. You saw the way I joined it. I'll just butterfly it and then just stitch it, just like to secure it down. So that's it. So you can see, just to secure it down. After everything, I'm going to have something looking like this. And then the next thing, I'm going to fold this. Okay, I'm going to fold this into two. So I'll fold it. So I'm going to start, I did not iron any interfacing on the band because I'm going to put elastic. Okay, so now I'm going to show you how to stitch this. So I'm going to take this, I'll take one piece of my okay, just watch what I'm going to do. I'm going to take the wrong side of the front and then take the wrong side of the back. So from that part, that middle part where we stitch, that we left a hole, that's where you are going to start sewing from, so that it will be at the center of the center front. If not, you are going to mix that up. So you are going to take it, place it, you can see wrong side of the band. I'm placing it, so you can see I placed it. Can you see I placed it? After everything, I stitched it round. After stitching it round, you are going to have something looking like this now. So now you are just going to fold that up and bring it down. Everything is starting from that front because you need that hole to be at the middle of the front. So that is why you start stitching from the front. Okay, so after everything, you're going to place that. After stitching the first stitch, you are now going to fold your band. You can decide to go and iron it and then pin it and sew it. Do you understand? So but me, I'm just going to sew my own anyway, since I can do it. But if you are still a very fresh beginner, you can just pin it everything down. So after everything, I have my elastic. So my elastic is 5 inches less than my waist. Can you see? When I placed it, it's like 5 inches less, because like I said, this is so a small size. So I'll just put a notch here. So your elastics, I'm using a hair pin. So that's what I'm using to do this. It was an hack. I saw it somewhere and I tried it. All those other safety pin, they used to give me problem. They'll be cutting and pinning anyhow. So I saw this and it has been working. So after that, you are going to secure the elastic. That's after passing it through, you just bring it back to your machine and sew it, and then use your hands to arrange it. Can you see? After arranging it, you see how the waist it is looking. It looks perfect. If you want to add a rope, that hole is still there, you can still add a rope. But for this, the customer, she does not want rope, so you can see. So at the end of the day, this is the trouser. Like I said, it's a small size, so it cannot fit onto my mannequin. So thank you so much for watching. If you find this video helpful, please like the video, subscribe if you have not done so, drop your comment, and then if you have style that you want to sew and you want me to explain it to you, you can send me a message on WhatsApp, and you pay a little fee of a token for that explanation. Thank you.